This has been easily the worst camping day that I've had so far this year. If something could go wrong, it has gone wrong. It's been brutal. But you know what? I'm still camping. And any day you get to go outside and enjoy this beautiful land, that's still a pretty good day. So, it might not have gone as planned, but you know what? I'm gonna make the best of it. Let's go. I just arrived at Lac La Peche for camping. It's pretty windy. Found out there's a fire ban, which I didn't know about. I checked earlier yesterday afternoon and they said there was no fire ban. So you know what? That's life. No fire. It's windy. Time to load the kayak and get to the campsite. Here we go. So it's really windy out here. A couple canoers just came in, said that they were taking in water, which is really weird because it's not a really big lake. So it's really windy. I'm actually thinking this is part of Hurricane Ida is coming through the east coast in the States and in Canada. And I wonder if that's bringing in some of this weather. It was supposed to be beautiful sunny weather today. That's why I picked to come today. Anyways, I apologize for the rocky and bumpy video, but we shall move on. We cannot complain and stop and all that kind of stuff, so hopefully we'll be okay. All right, say goodbye to the beach. That's Lac La Peche Beach. I'm in the chop for sure. It's okay, I don't have far to go. If these videos are something that you enjoy, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do a lot of these camping videos and paddling outdoor kind of thing. Just started the channel, having a lot of fun doing it. Oh, big waves coming. Whoa! Sorry about the video, a little shaky. Anyways, if this is something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing. All right, come on, let's get moving. Okay, so I arrived at the campsite. Seems pretty nice. I just unloaded the boat. It looks kind of funny now, but it did a good job. I had to really pack it tight. I had to pack every little crevice and every corner in there, and I was able to get everything in. So I went light because I knew it wasn't a big kayak and I didn't want to get stuck out in the water, have any issues. So packed light, which is good. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Probably forgot something. Anyways, let's do a quick tour of the campsite here at Lac La Peche. Sorry, mind you, I had to climb up the pretty steep embankment there, as you can see. Anyways, not too bad. It's actually a pretty nice site. There's two sites side by side. So I think if I was here, and no one's here right now, which is great, but if I was here and someone else was here, it'd be way too close. I wouldn't like that at all. If it was another friend with me, or somebody that I knew, that would be great. We'd be actually right beside each other. Those would be pretty cool sites right beside each other. It doesn't have a platform like some of the others that I've camped on this year, but it does have a spot where you're supposed to set up your tent. So I will do that. I will be a good boy and set up my tent there. Plans go out the window sometimes, or out the boat in this case. Anyways, no fire, but we will make the best of it. I got to entertain myself somehow. Oh boy, that might be interesting. Okay, let's get the tent set up and let's go explore. Sounds like fun. All right, here we go. Hey guys, how's it going? So I finally set up camp, and that went really well. The tent sets up in about 10 minutes. I've really gotten comfortable setting that thing up. It's pretty good. I got all my stuff in there now. I don't think it's going to rain, but it's not perfect weather. That kind of sums up this trip. This trip is not a perfect trip so far. When I woke up, it was beautiful blue sky, and I was very excited to get here and enjoy this weather. I was going to shoot some stuff with the blue sky. Sunset, sunrise, astrophotography stuff. I'm very excited. But then, just before I started to pack up, I noticed the clouds were coming. I'm like, that's weird. It wasn't supposed to be cloudy today. That's okay. It's very overcast. I don't think it's going to rain, but it's very overcast, and that's fine. That was one problem. The other issue I have is that late yesterday afternoon, I called the park here to double check a couple things, because this is my first time coming to this park. But I also checked to make sure that the fire ban was lifted, because there was a fire ban a couple days ago, but it's been lifted for about 5 days. And we got a lot of rain. It's not hot today. It's actually very chilly. So I was pumped. I was going to cook everything on the fire. Sure enough, I get here, I see that sign. Fire ban, fires are prohibited. So that was strike two. Then start packing up to get going. And it was windy, very windy. So much so, a couple of the canoers actually gave up on their trip, and they turned around and went back. And that's a canoe. They said they were getting water in their canoe. Now, I'm taking a small kayak here on my first kayak camping trip, so I was a little bit nervous. Luckily, I'm not packing very heavy, very light, almost a backpacking kind of thing, because I didn't want to take any chances. So sure enough, I get on the water. It's fine, but there's lots of waves and lots of wind. It was a little bit tricky getting here. Luckily, I picked a site that wasn't too far, so all in all, it wasn't that bad. But we had a whole bunch of things going against us here. Once I got to the site, the site is nice. I really enjoy this site. It's beside another site, which I don't really like. I like having a little bit more privacy, but that's okay. There's nobody at this site now, so essentially this whole area is mine. The one thing I will say is that sometimes we plan for a trip, and we have high hopes. And when I do these videos, I have high hopes for these. I want very nice weather. I want different things to go right so I can get nice, beautiful shots of my camping adventures. I love camping, but I also like filming them. Sometimes your plans can go out the window, and that's fine. You got to kind of roll with it. It's camping, right? I always like to say one of the worst days camping is still a better day at the office. So, and I like my work, so that says a lot. So you know what? Everything else seems to go pretty well here. I did enjoy my kayak in. I wasn't too nervous. Setting up everything here was pretty good. It's funny when you don't have a lot of gear. You have to find places for your gear, shoving it into that kayak. But the kayak did a real decent job. It's a little bigger than it looks, especially when I'm not in it, of course. So tonight we're going to go with chili. I was going to cook campfire chili over the campfire, but that's not going to happen. So I have a stove. It's a tiny stove. I brought my small stove with me, literally just to make coffee. I had to boil water or something like that to clean dishes. I was going to use that because it's more efficient, but that's okay. I'm going to try to cook everything on there. I'm hoping I have enough gas to get me through dinner, and definitely breakfast tomorrow, and coffee, of course. The chili, I have it all ready to go. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I love chili. I'm a little nervous about the noises I'm going to make a little bit later here in the forest. It should scare away the wildlife. Sorry, guys. So the plan is to hang around, camp a little bit, then start dinner. And then after dinner, I'm hoping it clears up a little bit. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm still going to get out on the water and explore. Maybe do a little bit of fishing. So let's go. I got to get cooking. Here we go. Okay, obviously I made way too much chili, if there is such a thing as making too much chili. The other thing is, you might have noticed I didn't bring a plate, or I actually have a camping setup with a little container and stuff, but I didn't bring it on purpose today because I was just in that little kayak and I didn't want to bring a lot of extra stuff. However, I did not realize I was going to make this much. Pretty decent. Ooh, a little spicier than I was hoping. Yeah, that's okay. Dave doesn't do spicy very well. Anyways, there's no one here. I share it. No one? There's some red-tailed squirrels around. Guys? They don't seem the chili type, you know what I mean? No. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy this. The gas lasted all the way through the chili. I know there are some jokes there about gas and chili. You're better than that, people. Please don't do that. I am a little afraid of the noise coming from my campsite later on tonight. But you know what? This chili will be worth it. It is awesome. I love a good chili. I really, really wanted to do a campfire chili, but that's okay. I didn't get a chance to. Pretty darn good. Okay, so I decided, since I can't have a campfire and some other things I wanted to do, get out on this beautiful lake. Last time I was at Charleston Lake, it rained the next day, so I really didn't get a chance to explore, and I love exploring these lakes. So let's go do a little bit of exploring now. I brought the fishing rod. Hopefully we'll do a little bit of fishing. This lake is called Lac La Peche, meaning fish, so wish me luck. Here we go. Trying to do a little fishing. I have not been very successful. That's okay. I just love being out here on the water. It's getting a bit chilly and the sun is going down, even though it's very overcast. It's September. It's the beginning of September. I was super excited to get out and do some camping in September. Now this kayak is not a fishing kayak, but you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna fish off it anyways. Maybe that's why I haven't found any fish. Maybe because I'm not in a fishing kayak? No, that doesn't make any sense. All right, wish me luck. There's nobody else out here right now. It's not that late. I mean, it's beginning of September. I think it's around 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's gonna start to get dark soon. I'm gonna head back, so I'm not very far from my campsite. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. This is the one. I feel it. Yeah, I can't tell it. Oh, it just jumped. Come on. I don't have a very good fish line on it. Oh, I think it just, yeah, it's off. That's the kind of day it's been. Just a little bit off. Fish fell off. The day has been off. Okay, a couple more casts, then we'll head in. So I just got back from my evening kayak trip. Beautiful lake. No luck catching any fish. I suck when it comes to fishing, so that's okay. Not a big deal. Anyways, I got everything ready for camp. Made sure everything's ready. Bear bag is hung. Anyways, I never do any real shooting in the tent. To be honest with you, I'm never really in the tent other than go to bed. If it's raining, yeah, I'll be in here. But for me, when I'm camping, the tent, I set it up. I love having this shelter, being able to set all my stuff in here, all my gear, all my everything, and then just go to bed. Then once I awake, I'm out. I'm not back in the tent again. So It's a little bit different when you hammock camp. You don't really have a base, so I kind of like that with tent camping. And this tent has worked out pretty well. It's not big, but it's big enough for me and all my gear. I bring lots of camera gear, so I gotta find space for it. So anyways, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go to bed yet, but it is getting late and there's not much to do at the camp. So probably gonna do some reading. I downloaded the new Stephen King, Billy Summers, I think it's called. I started reading it. It seems pretty good. Not the normal Stephen King kind of book, but that's okay. It's interesting. That man is crazy talented. Anyway, so if you don't see me for the rest of the night, I will be off to dreamland. So we will see you in the morning. So I slept pretty well. It got pretty cold, but you know what? The tent was pretty good. It kept me kind of insulated. My sleeping bag isn't rated for very cold, but it did the job. But today we're tearing down camp, and we have a paddle back to the boat launch. So that's okay. So we got a lot more work to do today, but we're gonna start off with some breakfast. I'm really hoping I have enough gas for my omelet. I've been looking forward to this. My belly's grumbling, so hopefully do some coffee and an omelet and then get to work. Here we go. Now I'm scrambling these. Supposed to be making an omelet, but as things happen with me, things change, right? Okay, so omelet didn't really turn out the way I planned. Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. One of the problems, well, first of all, definitely use your air. One of the problems is because I was not trying to take a big kitchen set kind of thing. I didn't want to bring a bowl to mix the eggs, to scramble the eggs and stuff. So that was a bit of the problem. Anyways, my plan, just like those whole trip, when things you plan out and they just go wrong, is to get by and adapt and just make the best of it. So instead of an omelet, we're doing cheesy eggs, as I like to call it, with a little bit of onion and ham and a little bit of cheese on top. Got a little bit of naan bread too. Some coffee. You know what? I ain't complaining. Cheers. So I'm all wrapped up, all packed up. This kayak is packed to the brim. We're hoping it's gonna be okay. We don't have very far to go. So wish me luck. Sun's coming out. That's a good thing, I think. The water seems nice and calm compared to yesterday. Now I'm still in this cove, so once I get out of the cove, we'll see. Definitely going to be windier. I think it's a north wind, so it's going to be hitting me right in the face, but that's okay. I don't have far to go. I'm in no rush. So let's just get there and enjoy it. I really do love the idea of kayak camping. I don't love the idea of packing your kayak so tight that every single inch is being used, but when you're backpacking, that's exactly what you do, right? So I can deal with it, I can live with it, but I guess I wish it had a little bit bigger kayak, maybe a fishing kayak, to put more stuff in. Of course, great option again is your canoe. You can throw everything in a canoe and go. You just can't maneuver and you're not as fast in the canoe, especially when you're solo, of course, but not bad. Whoa. The waves are really picked up here. Now, at no point do I feel unsafe, okay? I should mention that because if I felt unsafe, I'd be going back and try some other day. Especially since this is the first time kayak camping. And this kayak isn't essentially meant for camping and loading a lot of gear. So I would not take any chances. This is all for fun. I'm not taking any chances to get hurt. At any point I thought this was going to be dangerous, I'd call it a day. Just as that big wave hits, of course, right? We're all good. Okay, I'm almost at the boat launch. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I make it to the boat launch. I will, no problem. Anyways, we'll see you next time. I am Dave, also known as the Lazy Camper. I feel very lazy today. Oh.